What's good? It's your boy Fanon. Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, let's talk about this Vada testing for Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia. I just watched a video on Dante's Boxing Nation, and he quoted a source. So this is me quoting Dante's Boxing Nation. I'll put a link into Dante the art to the video for Dante in the description box. But Mikey Garcia is confirmed on a Spanish-speaking channel that he and Errol Spence Jr. are enrolled for Vada testing for this fight. The fight that's taking place between Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence in March. So I'm not sure where the mix-up here is. I'm not sure why. If it was a negotiation push by somebody to bring up that issue in public, but apparently Errol Spence Jr. is going to take Vada testing, Mikey Garcia is going to take Vada testing, and that's going to be what it is. Personally, I was never here nor there about the Vada testing. If it was USADA, I was cool with USADA. If it's Vada, I'm fine with Vada. I'm fine with whatever it is the fighters agreed to do between themselves. And it's good to know, though, that hopefully this can squash the nonsense. There's just a lot of stuff coming from Mikey Garcia fans about this fight. I've did another video on it, man, but I'm going to repeat it here. Mikey Garcia asked for this fight, and it seems to me as if people are trying to hold it against Errol Spence Jr. that he gave Mikey Garcia what he's asking for. I don't know who the winner of this fight is going to be, because I'm treating all these fights next year, all of the tough fights, as if they are real fights and that each one of these guys have a chance to win. And I just want to see the fight, play out. But to the people that are constantly trying to find something to get on Errol Spence Jr. for, hey, man, come up with something else, okay? All right, it's puffy nipples to no Vada, to he's never been tested in his life, to you saw him in shooting up steroids, underneath the bridge in Houston. All this type of crap, man, it's just getting old. If you don't think your guy can win, man, hey, it's what it is. Mikey Garcia is taking on a big challenge. You couldn't ask for Mikey Garcia to take on a more difficult fight, other than maybe, and this is a maybe, Terrence Crawford. But just like a fight with Terrence Crawford, Mikey Garcia is not going to be favored to win. He's the smaller guy. He's coming up a weight class or two weight classes, depending on who you talk to. But hey, man, that's what he did. And Errol Spence Jr. is not being a bully for doing it, for taking the fight. He wanted to fight Sean Porter. He wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's not available. Sean Porter is moving on, fighting Ugas. And this is a huge money fight for him. What is he supposed to do? Terrence Crawford is over there in Top Rank on a different side of, I hate using that phrase, man, because I really wish Errol Spence Jr. never said it, but he's on the other side of the street. Errol Spence Jr. is not the first one to use that metaphor, and it's a true metaphor, but it really did feed a lot of the fans that want to criticize him. So there you go. According to Mikey Garcia, and again, I'm getting this via Dante's Boxing Nation's video, so you got to check out Dante's Boxing Nation's video. Errol Spence Jr. has signed up for Vada. Mikey Garcia has signed up for Vada. When the fight goes down, no excuses. Okay, no excuses on either side. Mikey Garcia, because when I heard the thing that was more suspicious to me than the Vada was the hiring of Victor Conte. Victor Conte is a known known to assist people in cheating via steroids. So to hire Victor Conte or to have Victor Conte work for you, to me, is a red flag. Same thing with Mimo Heredia or anybody else that's been convicted for doing that. Because it's assumed that he's got the connections to get whatever it is that they need to get in order to help you cheat. And there's so many things that are developed. Well, I'm sure. I can't say let me rephrase that. The people in the know have stated that there's a bunch of substances that can do what those steroids, what officially banned substances do, but they're not banned yet because the testing agencies haven't caught up. So it is what it is. Now, on a related subject, though, just because, and I know that this is still going to be, this is almost arguing against myself, but hell, what the heck, man. Just because they're taking Vada testing does not mean that somebody cannot be cheating. Clearly, that's the case because of what happened with Canelo Alvarez. And I'm saying this as a Canelo Alvarez fan. If what Tom Loeffler said was true and Canelo Alvarez, Vada didn't do testing after the fact, then who's to say that he wasn't on some type of stimulant, some type of something during the fight? It's just, we just living in an era, man, when you got to question almost everybody and almost every circumstance because there's so much money in boxing. There's so many different ways to cheat, man. I was working out in a gym the other day and I was looking at this guy and this guy didn't even seem like he was an athlete. Just seemed like he was somebody that was lifting to try to get strong, lifting to try to get big, acne all over his back. And I was like, man, this dude looks like he's juicing. And I think this dude is probably only doing it to get girls because I don't know of him he can't possibly be paying for an athletic team. And because there is no professional athlete, there's no professional team where I am. There's colleges where I am. So, maybe he's trying to do it for that. But just looking at these guys in the gym, I'm thinking these dudes look like they're doing something. So if you're going to be able to get $5, $10, $15, $20 million to do it, these people are going to do it. So, I'm glad that Errol Spence Jr. is on Vada. I'm glad that Mikey Garcia is on Vada, is doing Vada testing. I assume that this is going to be random blood and urine tests. And I'm not sure if it's going to be when Victor Conte talked about it, he said 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year testing is what he would like for these fighters to program. He would like these fighters to be on. If that's what they've started, I hope that's the case. I hope that I don't hear something come out that is some abbreviated version of Vada protocol or something else so that somebody can bring up, find another excuse to bring this up, man. But, it is what it is, man. Congratulations to Errol Spence Jr. Well, I'm happy that Errol Spence Jr. has done this. If he's done it, again, this is a rumor until, because I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't go and listen to the interpretation, to the translation of Mikey Garcia saying on a Spanish speaking channel. But, it is what it is, man. We'll see you. Hopefully I'll be able to get tickets and go to this fight or get a press pass to be at this fight in Dallas Stadium. Because it's going to be a real big event, man. It's going to be a great event. And I'm hoping that this is going to probably be something that can the biggest thing I'm hoping for out of this fight is that it does so well that it motivates all the other champions in the welterweight division to fight the winner or to fight each other so that they can get on a stage that's that big. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to have all 100,000 of the seats available for at AT&T Stadium. I would suspect that they're going to allow, 50,000 seat, 30,000, 40,000 seats right in that arena. And because, they're going to have to put the ring in the middle of the football field. Right. And then they're going to have to bring seats down into the football field and maybe some rows around that in the actual stands. But enough to get 30, 40,000 people in there. If they can do that and they get a very solid ticket price at $200 a ticket average, something like that. If they can do 500,000 pay-per-views on Showtime pay-per-view, which by the way will be available on the app as well. So I'm really relieved about that because, it'll be available pay-per-view on the Showtime app Has to be, because it's going to be available for the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, because I wasn't going to be able to get that fight pay-per-view if they didn't do that, because Google Fiber has yet to have a pay-per-view available for me to pay for. I have to either go to somebody's house to chip in to pay up for it or something else. But anyway, I hope that this now gets that whole Errol Spence Jr. on Vada, Mikey Garcia on Vada question behind us. People can get amped for the fight. You know, it's not the fight that I wanted. I wanted to see unification at welterweight, which this is not. But if it does well enough monetarily, then it could put people in the position where they really want to go at Errol Spence or Mikey Garcia if he's able to win it, because of the amount of money that can be earned. Because this thing, if it does right, could catapult one of these guys into really being the big financial star in boxing. You know, so it is what it is. And man, shout out again to Dante's Boxing Nation in that report. And with that, I'm out. Peace.